Hello Commanders, welcome to the command table. My name is Matt, and I am doing a special request for my good friend Christian0029. We have an RD build that features the Spear 5. He wants to see how it works before he dumps 12,000 gems, buying the last shards that he needs from the shop. So let's go ahead and give you a quick overview of the power stones that I'm running here. I've got a couple of merged RDs here in the back. Most of the rest of them we got protection, and then some in the back with cover. The ones in the back have slow so that they can protect that Blessed Bombot. Although the Blessed Bombot does have time warp, so it's going to blip back behind those Righteous Defenders here in a minute. But we'll see how that works. But yeah, mostly defensive power stones with either merge or rejuvenate. Storm guards, we got merge, and then we got a bunch of blast. It is season 4, but I haven't gotten a bunch of power stones yet, so I haven't upgraded those to blast 4. But we'll just run with what we've got, I guess. And for the ECs, I haven't run ECs in a while. I don't typically do Titan builds, and when I do RD builds, I usually use Storm Dragon instead. So that's just what I threw on there. I hope that works. And we've got a Battle Drummer. Supercharge 2 is out, but I don't have any yet. I'm thinking that for a build like this for longevity, since we're going to have the Spear resurrecting RDs, that Enhance would be better, but I don't want to drop my Supercharge yet, so we're just going to run it. If you really want me to change it, I can give it another run later. Okay, let's go ahead and see how we do. Okay, Gorkamorka. It's a clanmate of mine. He's rocking another tier 5 spear. Okay, so we're surviving quite well since he's got a mostly fire-centric build. We're going to be able to have some longevity, but whether or not we're going to be able to overtake him, that's a different story. He's going to have just as many units popping up with the Spear 5 resurrecting things, and he's going to have a better coverage of the entire map. So you notice he's got archers in the way back, he's got risen archers on the other side. So I'm starting to take some losses, and obviously the Draining Spirit is going to be my ultimate downfall here. It's probably got bleed 2 on it, 2 bleed 2s. So yeah, it's going to eat me alive. There's only so much you can do at this point. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to have any sustain once those Draining Spirits stack that bleed. And by then there's just so many units there that it's not going to matter. The reason that he was able to overcome me was because of the Skull 5. The Skull 5 gives, I think, 3 seconds of immunity to everything when a skeleton spawns. So it's yeah, it's not going to be happy for me because I'm going to die quickly and he's going to sit there for 3 seconds being alive while his spear resurrects other stuff. Okay, we're up against an MC build. Jaggernaut? How would you say that? Jaegernaut? I don't know. It depends on where you're from, I guess. But yeah, oh wow. We're just eating MC builds alive. Of course, most of the heavy lifting's being done by the Bulwark of the Ancient Defender. So, yeah. Okay, let's see who's next. Xavier Doomsoul, or Xavier Doomsoul. This is Frost build, so rocking my Bulwark. I should be just fine here. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, Blessed Bombot just poofs way back, so that may not be good to have time warp on it, because if there are any risen units in the back, it's just going to get blown up by risen archers with the time warp on it. With the slow, it'll at least kind of get right up into the big middle of everything. But yeah, looks like, again, you know, I don't know if the spear is gonna make the difference on this battle. I think I probably would have had it anyway between Bulwark and Crown. Yeah, let's see what's next. GG Inender. Cool. It's one of my old clanmates from my Boo days. Okay, again, Draining Spirits, Skull, and he's got the Chaos Archers and a bunch of Risen Archers, so he's going to have much more coverage over the map, which is going to give him better chances at respawning units. And he's probably got bleed on basically everything, so yeah, no matter how many stacks my RDs get, it's not going to matter. They're going to get shredded by that bleed. Yeah, they actually get healed by the Ember Fiend, but it's not going to matter that much because there's just so much other stuff going on. Yep, there goes. Once Frenzy hits, that bleed stacks and poof, you're dead. So, looks like it's not going to function very well against Skull, but against any of the other non-Spear 5, non-Skull builds, it'll do just great. Might actually do well against regular Skull builds, but that is yet to be seen. So, okay, here we've got a corner build with the toe ring. Okay, we might have a little bit of trouble here because we can't get close enough to the tree. So we're going to have to count on the spear to do it, and since we're not using the Sword of the Phoenix, it's going to take a lot of spear strikes, especially with that druid there. Yep, okay, there I went. So without some kind of range to kind of break through to the back, I don't know if a Stormcaller or a Celestial Spear might be ideal if you're trying to counter something like that. Okay, there's no tree in this one, so let's see how we do here. Okay, now I don't have any bleed on anything. So, since I'm not running bleed, this might actually go south. I mean, there's no tree to keep me back, but I'm going to be counting a lot on those Storm Guards to the Storm Guards range damage units right here. I've got them merged, so they're really beefy that way. So I'm going to be counting on them to seal the deal here, because the RDs are going to struggle to do the necessary damage. Oh, there we go. Everything's back. Pushing through, and this might get ugly. That Mechanical Horror's got some good range on it. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, there's going to need to be some tweaks. I'm thinking maybe a Storm Dragon might be preferable over the Eternal Champions. So we can give that a shot. We've already done GG and Endure. Let's see somebody else. Let's try something else. See who else we come up with. Okay, Z-Lord. Okay, again, kind of the same deal. Toe ring. No tree, but yeah, we're kind of running into the situation where we got some very strong high HP units, and I don't have any bleed in here. So, yeah, that might be the way to go if you want to get want to be able to take on builds like this, which you'll see all over the top 100. You're gonna need some bleed to do it because they're just gonna keep healing back up. Yep. See, the Earth Elemental popped. It changed the number threshold on the units, and then the sub-Earth Elementals died, which put it below the threshold for toe, and that healed everything. So, yeah. Tell you what, let's grab our Eternal Champions, and let's grab Storm Dragon. Okay, now, well, let me make sure I've got... Oh, okay, I've only got the one bleed, and it's chaos right now. Let me see what I can figure out here. It's only a bleed 1, but we'll switch it out anyway. And why don't we try Order, because I'm using Crown. Boop! There we go. Okay, let's see if this changes things for us. Okay, Attic. Okay, here we've got a Stomper's Skull build. This is going to have a lot of sustain. It's going to be very hard to grind through all the units with all the immunity that they're going to have. I think you can have up to 6 seconds of immunity or something ridiculous like that between the two. Of course, I'm not sure if that overlaps. I don't think it's like stacked. It'll probably be once the unit stops, it'll have 3 seconds, and once the unit spawns, it'll have 3 seconds. So you could have up to 6, depending on when both of those proc, but it'll most likely overlap a little bit. Oh, yeah, okay, down I go. So let's see if we can get another toe ring build. Oh, okay, we should have this one, because we've got the Bulwark, and we're up against Claw and Pendant. So we're probably going to be just fine here. Gonna do a lot better. Oh, actually, this could get interesting because all of my units are kind of bunching up into one little spot. So I've got to hope that the spear strikes hit that spot to keep me going. Oh, okay, we're working through those EMs pretty quickly. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Very nice. Okay. So, not terrible. I mean, I did white flag 1 or 2 battles, so I'm camping at 24 right now with... Oh, sorry, I missed the win rate. Yeah, 30% win rate, so yeah, there's going to have to be some tweaks to this. But, oh, this is probably a guaranteed win. It's just RDs with Crown and Bulwark against MC is a guaranteed win almost every time. It's very rare. Yeah, they have to have some oddity in the build that would mess you up, but normally you just steamroll. And here we go, just pushing right through. Yeah, Mind Corruptor's toast, and it's all just clean up from here. So, yeah, I can see RDs functioning well. Another thing to keep in mind with mind control is that if they mind control the unit and it dies, you no longer possess the skull. So the spear is not going to help you in that situation. So you've got this many units, and if they get flipped, then you're toast. Whereas the difference with a tier 5 skull, you're going to have skeletons spawning all over the place every time you kill a unit or one of your unit dies. You're going to have more skeletons, so you'll be able to sustain longer. Okay, now we finally got another toe ring build, and we're running with the bleed on that storm dragon. Again, it's only bleed 1. Now my dragon's down, but here it comes back. It just the blessed bomb bot brought it back, and the spear has the chance of bringing it back if it dies again. But I'm losing units pretty quickly here. This is not looking so hot for me. Might still pull it out here. Okay, this could be a toss-up. I could see this going either way at this point. Nope, looks like I got it. There's enough units coming back that it's... Oh, okay, those Spirit Panthers. Whew, okay, that was tight. Yeah, that one could have gone either way. If I took my RDs and on the... Let's get the Power Stones up here. Instead of using the Rejuvenate on all of them, and even you could probably drop the merge. I like the merge because you can put double protection or double cover on a merged RD, and it's almost invincible to most armies, except once you get into the top 20, because then top 20 they can shred you almost no matter what you do, especially with bleed. But if you put bleed on the middle slots of all of your RDs, then it might be a different story for a lot of these battles, because a lot of merge out there, a lot of toe ring builds. Let's see, Javier, we've already done Javier Doom's Soul, but hey, might as well get the trophies. We'll take it. I don't know if we ran it with Storm Dragon. I think we might have had it with ECs earlier, so we'll see how it does with the Storm Dragon. Kind of like how it pushes through a lot of the units and pushes them back a little bit. Kind of forces the line forward. But yeah, so trying to think of what other observations there might be. It's pretty straightforward. It's solid build so far. I mean, I dropped down to 24, and now I've climbed back up to number 10. I think the Storm Dragon's going to be a way better choice. And you might even consider not putting Merge on the Storm Guards. I just had 3 of them with Merge on them, so I put one on the 4th one just for fun. But for the Storm Guards, I would actually spread them up and down as far as they'll go, because you don't even need the Blessed Bomb Bot. In fact, I don't even know why I have that. I guess because you asked for it. But if you take that out and you add... let's get some archers, and let's drop a couple of storm guards. So let's get rid of the lowest level one and the second one there. We'll just drop that, and then we'll throw in some archers. And the reason for this is... shield bears. Okay. The reason for this, let's make sure... Oh, okay. We've got... I don't think I'm... Oh, no, I don't want to take the Chaos Stone off of that. I need that for my main build. Okay, so Reason for spreading those archers all over the place is you'll now have better coverage over the field. You'll have your units spread out more. You might even consider doing... Tell you what, let's ditch these merged RDs. Let's get some hammer throwers in here as well. Whoops, why am I going to raid? There we go. Okay, hammer throwers. Zoop-a-doop, zoop-a-doop. And that will give us better coverage as well because they have a shorter range than the archers. So that'll kind of spread the skulls out for when they die. So let's run this and see how this goes. Okay, Gorkamorka. Now this might actually be a more even battle, but now that I've got better coverage over the map, but he's probably still going to win just because of that skull 5.